So, good morning, my students. How are you doing today? It's a new week, right? It's Monday. I hope your weekend was good. So, today we have a math class, and for that, I will be showing you how to do few exercises in your books. So, today we had a math class, and just two of you attended the class, so I decided to make a video for you to see what you have to do as work and send to me. I will be explaining you how to do it, and when you finish, as usual, you will take a picture and you send to our line group so that I will be writing down the scores for you. Okay, so we start with the first exercises. We are working on comparing counting numbers. We are going to compare the numbers. And as you know, to compare numbers, what signs do we use? We use smaller than, bigger than, or equal to. So for the first exercise, they say on page 25, the first exercise on page 25, tick in if the inequality is correct, cross if the inequality is incorrect. So you have to look at the inequalities. If it's correct, you have to put a tick here. If it's incorrect, you have to put on a cross. So let's look at number 1. 333,333 is bigger than 44,444. So what do you think? Is it correct or incorrect? Let's look. Number 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. While on the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So it means that automatically the one on the left is the biggest number, is the greatest number. So we have to take correct. Okay. Number 2, 1,000,009 and 900,000. 1,000,009 is smaller than 900,000. Let's look again. It's so evident. On the left, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. And on the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. So the number on the left is greater than the number on the right. So the inequality here is wrong. It's incorrect. So you have to put a cross. So you will do number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Exercise 2. Let's move to exercise 2. Write the sign greater than, smaller than, or equal to between the numbers to make the inequality statement true. So we have to use either greater than, smaller than, or equal to. Let's look at number 1, 123,456. And on the right, we have 92,345. So let's count the digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits on the left, and on the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So automatically the number on the left is bigger than the number on the right. So we are going to use greater than. Okay. Number 2, 8,960,035. and 8,961,035. So these two numbers have the same amount, the same number of digits, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits each. So we are going to look. The digits in the million is the same, 8 and 8, 9, 9, 6, 6, 0, and 1. So 1 is bigger than 0. So automatically the number on the right is bigger than the one on the left. So what do we use? We use smaller than. Okay, so you will do the rest from number 3 to number 9. So let's look at arranging counting numbers on page 26 and 27. So you have to arrange the numbers. You have two ways of arranging numbers. You have in the ascending order, meaning you have to start from the smaller number to a bigger one. And in the descending order, you have to start from the greater number to the smaller one. Okay? So let's look at exercise 1. Arrange in ascending order. It means we are going to start from the smaller number to the greater one. Let's look. Number 1, we have 6,004,590, 384,905, 10,111,100. So which one is the smallest number? The smallest number is 384,905. So you write it in the first space. In the second blank, you write the second number, which is 6 million, because 10 million is bigger than 6 millions. So 6,004,590. And the last one, the greater number, will be 10,111,100. Okay, so you do number 2 and number 3. Exercise 2 on page 27. Arrange in descending order. So in the exercise 1, we had to arrange on in the ascending order. So now we are arranging in descending order. So it means we are going to start with the greatest number and end with the smallest one. So number 1, 1,234,567. 121 million, 21,345,678. So the greatest number is what? 121 million. So you write it on the first blank. The second number is what? 21 million, because 21 million is greater than 1 million. So 21,345,678. And the last one, 1,234,567. Okay? So you do number 2 and number 3 by yourself. Look at the numbers carefully, okay? Number 3, consider the relationship of the numbers and write the next number. So the book asks you to look at the different numbers and find the last one. So let's start. Number 1, 8,900, 9,000, 9,100. So from 8,900 to 9,000, what did we add? Did we add or did we subtract? We added, right? So how much did we add? We added 100, because 8,900 plus 100 gives us 9,000. 9,000 plus 100 gives us 9,100. So 9,100 plus 100 will give us 9,200. So the next number is 9,200. Okay? So you have to do number 2 and number 3. So on page 28, 29 and 30, we are dealing with patterns of counting numbers. Patterns of counting numbers. So when numbers are arranged in order and there is a relationship, that set of number has a pattern. Okay? So let's look at page 28. We have numbers from 1 to 100, and they tell us this 100 number chart above can help us in writing patterns of number. See examples below. Choose a row. The number from left to right increased by 1 second. So a row, the rows are like this. on the horizontal way, these are the rows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. So row 1, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the first row, increased by 1. If you do 1 plus 1, you have 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Up like that to the end of the row. And in the second one, they say choose a column. The numbers from bottom to top decrease by 10 seconds. So the columns are verticals like this. This is what you call columns. So increase, it means you have to add. Decrease, it means you have to subtract. So if we start, for example, we take this row from 100 to 10. And if we have to decrease, 100 minus 10 gives us 90. 90 minus 10, 80. 80 minus 10, 70. 70 minus 10, 60. 60 minus 10, 50. 50 minus 10, 40. 40 minus 10, 30. 30 minus 10, 20. And 20 minus 10, 10. Okay? So that is what you call patterns of counting numbers. Now let's move to page 29. Page 29, where we have the exercises 29 and 30. So exercise 1. Consider the relationship of the pattern increased by or decreased by. So you have to find it. The book didn't give you. So let's look at number 1. We have 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. So we move from the smaller one to a greater number. It means we are increasing. I told you increase, you add, decrease, you subtract. So we have to add, we have to do plus. So 80 plus, how many will give us 90? 80 plus 10. So this pattern is plus 10. Okay? So you have to come and write here plus 10. Because 80 plus 10, 90. 90 plus 10, 100. 100 plus 10, 110. 110 plus 10, 120. 120 plus 10, 130. Okay? Let's look at number 2, the second pattern. We start from the greater number to the smaller one. So we are decreasing. So we are subtracting. We are doing minus, subtraction. So 70 minus how many will give us 65? 70 minus how many? If you cannot count with your head, I've told you you can do the operation. 70 minus 65. 0 minus 5, impossible. So you borrow 1 from 7 and it makes you 10. And here we have 6. So 10 minus 5, 5. 6 minus 6, 0. So this pattern is minus 5. 70 minus 5, 65. 65 minus 5, 60. 60 minus 5, 55. Up till the end of the pattern. So you will do from number 3 to number 7 by yourself. Exercise 2, page 29. Complete the pattern. So you have to complete, you have blanks that you have to fill. So let's look at number 1. We have 27, 35, 43, 51, and 67. What number should be here? You have to first find the pattern. What is the pattern? Is it plus? Is it minus? And what number? So let's look from 27 to 35. We are increasing, right? So we are doing an addition. We are doing plus, right? So 27 plus, how many will give us 35? Plus 8. So 27 plus 8 will give us 35. 35 plus 8 will give us 43. 43 plus 8 will give us 51. And 51 plus 8 will give us how much? 59. And 59 plus 8 will give us 67. So you have to find first, if the pattern is increasing or decreasing. If you are going to make an addition or a subtraction before you go to find the number and you fill the blanks. Okay? On exercise 3, you still have to complete patterns. They say add 2 more numbers to the pattern. This is page 30. Add 2 more numbers to the pattern. So let's look. Number 1, we have 74, 85, 96, 107, 118, 129. So our pattern is moving from the smaller one to the greatest one. So it is increasing. It means we have to do an addition, right? So 74 plus how many gave us 85? 74 plus 11, right? So the pattern will be plus 11. So now we have 129. So we have to do 129 plus 11. 9 plus 1, 10. You write 0 and you save 1. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. And 1 plus 0, 1. So the next number will be 140. 140 plus 11 will give us 151. Okay? So you do number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last one, exercise 4. Write a pattern with 6 numbers. The pattern starts at 5. So the book tells you at what number you have to start your pattern and whether you have to increase or decrease and by how many. So number 1, the pattern starts at 5 and increased by 1,000. So your first number is 5. And it increased by 1,000. So we have to do 5 plus 1,000. It will give us 1,005. We have to add another 1,000. It will give us 2,005. You have to add another 1,000. It will give us 3,005. How many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. They ask us to do a pattern of 6 numbers, so we still have to add 2 numbers. So let's add 1,000 again. It will make 4,005. And the last number, 5,005. Okay? So that is our first pattern, starting at 5 and increasing by 1,000. The second one, the pattern starts at 765 and decrease by 65. Okay, so we start. The first number is 765. Okay, so the pattern starts at 765 and decreased by 65. Decrease, it means we are going down. From 765, we have to be going down by 65. So we have to do what? A subtraction. So 765 minus 65 will give us 700. Minus 65 again will give us 635. minus 65 again will give us how many? 570. How many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to do a pattern of 6 numbers. So minus 65 again will give us 505. And finally, we will have 440. Okay? So you do number 3 and number 4. So students, that is all for your exercises for this week. Don't forget to take a picture of each pages that you did and send it in the line group. Okay? And don't forget to write your names on the picture in English. Alright? So this is all for today. See you. Bye.